Welcome to the Doctor's Life Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Diane. Think of the podcast as a mobile doctor's lounge where we take some time out and explore topics that doctors are interested in related to what it means to be a doctor in today's world and creating a rich, satisfying, and meaningful life, as well as making the healthcare system better for doctors and patients. So, if you are a doctor, you'll feel right at home. And if you aren't a doctor, you'll get a better understanding of doctors and what we think about and talk about. I know you will enjoy the conversation. Let's jump in. Hi there, it's Dr. Diane Ansari-Winn. I am your host of the Doctor's Life Podcast. Today we're going to try a new format, new season, new format, and we'll see how it goes for a while. In the past I've done an interview style format, and today and for the next few weeks you're just going to hear yours truly. There's a few things that I want to share with you all that I can do by myself. So here I am. Also, people had commented that they wanted to hear more of me on the podcast, so here I am. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a board-certified anesthesiologist, and I am founder of the Physicians Coaching Academy, where I teach doctors and other healthcare leaders to become powerful peer coaches. And I also am a coach. I am a certified professional coactive coach and a professional certified physician coach. So that's me in a nutshell. It's been a little bit since I have talked with you all, and I was taking a break. I was taking my own advice that I've given my clients, which is to balance work and life. And I had a few life events happen in this past year that led me to decide to take a break from podcasting for a while. But I am back with you. I'm really excited to do this again. So what I want to share with you guys in the next few podcasts are a few tips about coaching. Throughout the coaching conversations that I have with clients, I basically teach them how to do some self-coaching. And what I have found when I've been asked to speak lately is that I've been asked to talk about coaching conversations, how to coach others, and that's actually what I teach in the Physician Coaching Academy. But I wanted to be able to share with all of you, I wanted to be able to share with you all some things that I teach the students in the Physician Coach Training Program. And I wanted to make these skills available to everyone. So consider this the first part of SelfCoaching 101, how to get from your ideas and your dreams and how to create meaningful goals that you will feel good about working on and obtaining as you go through your life. So first I want to start out with explaining what is coaching anyway. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about what coaching is. Some of the misconceptions are that coaching is therapy, and coaching is definitely not therapy. We are definitely trying to get from A to B, create goals, and create a way to get to your goals. So while coaching does include some measure of process, you definitely talk about where you are and where you have been and perhaps obstacles that you've had in the past that are related to your goal. It's definitely not therapy. I do want to add, though, that coaching does encompass your whole life. So a lot of people, when they think about coming to coaching related to their career, for example, I work with clients that are physicians. People think that, because all the talk lately has been about physician burnout and physician work-life balance and physician wellness, that it's all related, that all of the coaching is related to career. But as you know, we bring our whole lives to our work, and our work is kind of interwoven into the fabric of most of our lives. Not to bring up a cotton commercial there, the fabric of our lives. So coaching encompasses your entire life. So if you're having financial goals or financial problems or financial aspirations, those actually affect you. Whatever's happening in your relationships is a part of your life. whatever you are experiencing or what you experience spiritually affects your life. Whatever affects your health affects your life. Do you see where I'm going with this? So we bring our entire lives to coaching. And when you are self-coaching, then you can coach yourself on anything. So that's super cool. Some other things about coaching, what coaching is not. So coaching is not therapy. We've already talked about that. Coaching is not just career-oriented. Coaching is not just advice, because coaching is coactive. And so we work together, coach and client. We work together to be able to come up with a goal, come up with a solution, figure out what obstacles might be in the way, figure out what values are involved in the goal. So there's a lot going on in coaching, so it's not just advice, it's very dynamic. And to that end, it's not directive either, it's not top-down. So if you are working with a coach, they don't give you just advice, they don't tell you just what to do. They help you create a goal that's meaningful for you and a way to get there that's meaningful for you as well. Coaching is not based on the coach's agenda. So when you are a coach, when you are getting coached, it's all about you. And obviously when you're self-coaching, it's all about you too. Coaching is not formulaic. It's very dynamic. You might start a coaching conversation talking about what's happening in your life currently, or you may go right into a goal, or you may want to discuss something that's happening with you before you even start getting into the coaching session. The same is when you're self-coaching. I will give you a structure to be able to coach yourself, but it's not a formula. And then coaching is not consulting, where the consultant sets the agenda. And obviously with self-coaching, you're going to set the agenda. So what is coaching? It's a really powerful way of creating change and creating fulfillment in your life. It's collaborative between the coach and client. We've already talked about that. The power is to the coaching relationship and not to the coach. And it holds the client as the ultimate expert. The coach is your guide, and the coach helps the client to increase awareness and take responsibility for their lives. So that is coaching in a nutshell, what coaching is and what coaching isn't. Coaching is a really cool relationship. It's a source of energy for you as a client. It's very open and safe. Of course, it's confidential, and it's based on trust, being truthful, giving the client space to be able to be who they are, discover who they are, and coaching relationship is really committed to your success as the client and not the success so much as the coach. The coach is successful if they're helping you, the client. A coach doesn't come out of a coaching session and say like, oh, what brilliant coaching I did. If they haven't helped the client, then they haven't done coaching. So that's coaching between a coach and a client. And what I want to share with you all today is an introduction to a coaching model that I love to use, and that model is called the GROW model, GROW. Go ahead and write that down. Grab a piece of paper and a pen and just go ahead and write this down. Basically make quadrants on the paper and put a letter in each quadrant. So GROW. So the G stands for goal. The R stands for reality. The O stands for options. And the W stands for the way forward. So the GROW model was developed by Sir John Whitmore in the 1980s, and it frames coaching in terms of awareness and responsibility. It's a dynamic model. It's really easy to follow, and the focus is on objectivity and concrete action. So to fill that in a little bit more, G is for goal. What are your goals? So your goals can be anything in the world. They can be, I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to spend more time with my children. I want to get a promotion. I'd like to finish that paper. I want to have my optimum health. I want to improve my relationship. And so we'll go through how to create goals as we go through this kind of mini course in self-coaching. Next, R for the reality. What is the reality? So that means what's going on right now. What is happening in your life that will be supporting goal, and what is in your life that might be detracting from your goal. And that can be things that are in your experience currently, that are in your environment currently, or in yourself currently. The next is O, which is your options. So what are your options? That's starting to create what are the ways to get to where you want to go. This is like a very open, free space to create in. And then the W, which is the way forward, is basically what will you do? How will you get from A to B? And we'll talk more about in each subsequent session. We'll do a total of 4 sessions, each on one part of the GROW model. So we probably won't go in sequence because usually you need to start with the reality before you can get to options and goals and what will you do to create the goal. So as we go through each one in each subsequent podcast, you will have a complete model of how to coach yourself. And as you can probably guess, this will be a basic model for you to be able to at least get a sense of how to coach others. Of course, when I teach this course for physicians and other healthcare leaders, it takes 10 weeks. All of the pieces of the GROW model and how it all works together and gain the skills to be able to coach effectively. But this is basic self-coaching 101 just to get you started. By the way, if you're interested in joining a course for the Physician Peer Coaching Academy, I am enrolling students starting now, which is December of 2019, and we're starting our class in January of 2020. So in about 4 weeks from now, we'll be starting another course. If you're interested in learning more about that, please go to www.drdiane.com. That's www.drdiane.com. Or you can go directly to www.talkwithdrdiane.com. That's www.talkwith and then DRDIANNE.com. So, hey, I just wanted to share with you what coaching is all about and start you off on this model of self-coaching. I hope that it'll be really helpful for you, and I am looking forward to sharing with you more about how to self-coach in our next podcast, which should be coming up very soon. I am so excited to be able to be talking to you all again, and I really look forward to talking with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening today. If you like what you've heard, be sure to hit subscribe in your podcast app so that you won't miss an episode. You can also read show notes, get links, and contact me by going to drdiane.com. That's www.drdianne.com. And docs, while you're there, take the Physician Vitality Assessment, which will help you more clearly see if you are at risk for burnout.